Get out. Oh, why don't you want to come out? This is annoying. The damn stupid EV plug won't disengage from the front of the Sprinter. Ah! What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for tuning in. It's me, Mikey Pipes. Today is Hump Day. Today we get rid of one of 5 pending installs. God willing, tomorrow is the second of 5. And then Tuesday and Wednesday next week is the 3rd and the 4th. The 5th is a new construction renovation project, and that's going to happen probably at the end of June for the equipment being installed with some ductwork. Yeah, ductwork, new construction. Not too shabby, huh? We have to ship out another poster. But before I do, I need to make some coffee. Come on, it's summertime. What, do you think I was going to drink hot coffee? And this is not just any poster on some like cheap Staples, cardstock. This is actually thick paper. It's manufactured by hand at the Hatch Show print, located at the Country Music Hall of Fame in Nashville, Tennessee. This is version 2.0. I had them commission this for me. I think it's really, really nice. This one's going, number 19 of 150 is going to CJ in New Jersey. Egg Harbor Township in New Jersey. Let's see if the red ink. The red, or maybe I'll do like the silver. Oh, I didn't even open up the silver yet. But these posters are available. Not like a little bit of plastic fiber to your diet. There we go. We gotta prepare this is a Sharpie. It's a magnetic paint, oil paint pen. By the way, while I'm waiting for this pen to work, one of the questions on my 15-question residential HVAC assessment is, here's a question, fellas and chicas. If a blower motor runs continuously even after the thermostat is off, the most likely cause is, now before you all jump and say everything all at once, right? It's a multiple choice question, right? And a lot of that has to do with common sense, right? So it's multiple choice. If the blower motor is running continuously even after its thermostat is off, is the cause low refrigerant, dirty filter, a stuck fan relay, or a bad flame sensor? Oh, there it is. Let's see how this is going. Yeah, I think this may work. Let's do I know it's kind of like a little hard to see there. What do you think? Yeah, it's hard to see there. I don't think silver's a good color. Let's do the red overlay. There you go. I think I probably need like a thicker marker and maybe like a yellow or something like that. So what's the answer, ladies and gentlemen? You think it's a bad flame sensor? I swear. I can't make it any more easier. How about that's too hard. But you know what? Number 14. Name one common cause of high static pressure in a duct system. Number 19 of 150. Going to CJ. Thank you, CJ. I appreciate the support to the channel. You're going to get Superman Mikey Pipes. You're going to get Diesel Mikey Pipes. You're going to get smart Mikey Pipes, because if you ain't testing, you're guessing. You're going to get Flacco Mikey Pipes, who's skinny as fuck in that picture. And you're going to get Santa Claus, Kris Kringle. Okay? I'm going to put all these stickers, 5 of them in total. These alone are like worth $50 on Amazon or eBay. I'm going to shove that in there, all right? But it gets better, CJ. I'm hooking you up with a pen. I'm going to wear it first, like I use panties on eBay. Use socks. Pen. I'm going to give you a magnet. Wow, see, look at that. A magnet. And I'm going to give you a card. And I'm going to sign the card. How about that? There you go. I think that's priceless. See? I hooked you up, CJ. If you want to be hooked up like CJ as well, it's $42.50. 10% of proceeds will be going to the Mikey Pipes Philanthropy, nonprofit, 501c3, IRS recognized, nonprofit charitable organization. We provide free or low-cost plumbing, heating, and cooling services to those in the community who can't afford to hire a professional. CJ, that's for you, bro. I really appreciate it. Love you. No homo. There appears to be some confusion amongst the community. Perfect. There seems to be some confusion amongst the community, amongst yourselves, that maybe I misspoke or said something, but I want to clarify what's been going on during the hiring process here at Mikey Pipes and Pipe Doctor Home Services in Woodmere, New York. Approximately 2 weeks ago, I interviewed a gentleman. His name is Matt. I interviewed a gentleman who was working with a franchise company nearby. And he told me that he's only getting about 20 hours worth of work a week. And when he was busy, he billed out about $600,000, $700,000 a year in sales as a technician, HVAC technician. He's an older gentleman, probably a little bit older than me based on appearances, but I didn't ask his age. But he didn't like doing attics too much. And I was like, well, on an install, you're going to have to suck that up or whatever. So we agreed on a dollar amount for compensation. And I said, listen, actions speak louder than words. And I'm willing to give it a try. He goes, great, I can start in a couple weeks. I was like, all right, no problem. I gave him a reference sheet, which, do I have one here? No. It's a reference release sheet. Basically, your name is on there. You type in. You write in a few references that I can call and that are going to vouch for you. And you give me authorization to call them. Standard, form. And I said, I also need a copy of your EPA universal certification, which he said he didn't have, but he has to get it, whatever. I was like, no problem, but the offer is contingent on people vouching for you and you're having your EPA license. You can't, be an HVAC technician without a 608 certification. Okay? He texts me a few days later. It's like, listen, Mike, I can start on the 10th. And I said, okay, great, no problem. But remember, I need the paperwork back and your license. He goes, I'll try to get back to you in a couple days. And that was a week and a half ago. Yesterday came and went, and he's not here, obviously. Okay. I think it was Tuesday, or maybe it was Wednesday, I had a gentleman come in here in the afternoon early for his interview. I spoke about it here on the Uncensored channel. And he parks in a spot that says no parking, right? So first red flag that you don't pay attention to small details. A good technician is observant of his surroundings, right? If he's going to park in a spot that says, no parking here, are you going to park my truck in a handicap spot or illegally on the street? Well, whatever. You know what? Maybe he thought it was my whole entire parking lot. Who knows? I don't know. Who knows? But nonetheless, he comes in here and I give him I give him the exam, and he does okay. I talk to him, and I say, how much do you want to make? And he goes, I don't know. What do you pay apprentices? I was like, well, I'm not hiring an apprentice, blah, 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 blah. And we settle on $1.250. Let's clarify what $1.250 means, gentlemen, because apparently you guys and ladies in the comment section, should probably put some Kahlua in there. It would probably taste better. Apparently you guys in the comment section and gals have some debate on what $1.250 means. $1.250, ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't know, is an imaginary number. Okay? Just like Juneteenth. All right? It's not a date. All right? Why don't they call it June 19th? No, they call it Juneteenth. Just hear me out. We live in a free country. Don't start calling me a racist and shit like that, right? But $1.250 is a made-up number. $1.250. A buck is $1, right? Some you consider it a $100 bill, but I don't know what planet you're smoking or what drugs you're smoking. $250 would be $2.50 or $250 or $250K, you know? But $1.250? Was that $1 and $2.50? No, it's $1.250. It's an imaginary number. It's a made-up number. But he asked, and I said, listen, we start. I'm not hiring an apprentice, but if you want to give us a try, anywhere between $15, $18, $20 an hour to start, and performance based. The more you know, the more you earn. That's pretty fair. I'm not paying someone $35 who doesn't know how to tie their shoes. Just keeping it real. And he goes, okay. And I was like, would you like to accept the job? He goes, yes. I was okay. What do you want to start? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, how about tomorrow? I was like, no, I go to the doctor tomorrow. I was like, it was Monday. I was like, okay, no problem Monday. Monday was the 9th, which was 2 days ago. Obviously, he's not here. There you have it, okay? I interviewed 3 individuals on Friday, this past Friday, during the Free Friday event here that I do every Friday. Community event in front of my shop here at 1010 Central Avenue. By the way, we raised, cash is still here. We raised 50, 250, 270, 290, 310, 330, 350, 370, 390, 410, 420, 430, 440, 4... I fucked that up. Shit. We raised about $450 for the Mikey Pipes nonprofit organization. Awesome, right? Good stuff. We can help. We have a good amount of money in there, but we went to a water heater a month ago. What was I going to say? So I interviewed 3 individuals on Friday during the event, and it's hard to do that, by the way. Thank God I had Peter and the other guys here to help dish out, free hot dogs, French fries, and what have you. The first individual came here like right before 1 o'clock. I gave him the employment application, which he fills out. He lives in Uniondale, not too far away. He asked for X amount of... He asked for... This is a gentleman who's graduating trade school this week. He asks for a desired salary. He puts in an amount there, and then he gives some references. And then we go through the exam. Question number 1, what does a capacitor do? It stores electrical energy to help motors start. Correct. He gets that one right. There's a trick question. What refrigerant is most commonly used in newer residential systems? Right? You have R22, 134A, 410A, and here's the trick question, R32. You guessed R32 correct. That's correct in my book. If if this was last year, it would be R410A. Or 2 years ago. What is the minimum return air difference, delta T, expected across the evaporator coil? He gets this one wrong. He gets 18 to 25. The correct answer is D, 10 to 18. He gets the blower motor correct. It's being stuck open because of the relay. What should the voltage be between C and R terminals on a 24-volt thermostat control board? Multiple choice, 0, 12, 24, 120. He gets C, 24 volts correct. What tools are used to check for continuity in a component? Multimeter, correct. A low, he second guessed himself here. A low system charge will most likely show what symptom? He had originally circled high suction pressure, but he crossed it out and circled B, icing on the evaporator coil. Correct. What gas safety component shuts off the system when it overheats? He got that one right. A, limit switch. Not a flame sensor, not a draft inducer, not a pressure switch. Now we have fill in the blank. And he gets all of them right. And one that I didn't even know until I used ChatGPT to make the exam for me. On a PSE blower motor, the capacitor should be tested for volts and resistance. Maybe I should look up the answer to that one. Really? Hold on, let me look that one up. Let's go to downloads. There is the answer key. And it's question number 11. According to ChatGPT. Oh, where is it? Oh, answer key. Here you go. Wrong document. According to ChatGPT. All right, guys. Time for some feedback. On a PSC motor. Right? You guys know what a PSC blow motor is, right? The capacitor should be tested for both blank and blank. So this gentleman wrote volts and resistance. ChatGPT wrote capacitance and resistance. What's the correct answer? So there we have it. It's 10 minutes to 7 here in the morning. Thank you again to CJ in New Jersey. It'll go out this afternoon. Good stuff. We're gonna have a busy summer. If there are any installers out there that are looking for a gig, a job, we can work out something as long as you know what you're doing. Oh, by the way, I can't make this stuff up. One more hiring example, right? And a lot of you are saying that, Mikey, you're the problem. You post all this shit on YouTube. You're a cocksucking moron, someone wrote, which was filtered. I had to prove that. That you're a dick, da-da-da-da-da. I had a gentleman come in yesterday for a 2 o'clock interview at 2:20. He said he lives in Manhattan. I said, you live in Manhattan? This is in Woodmere. Like, you're going to drive an hour in traffic, if not more, maybe an hour and a half from there to here every day? He goes, well, it depends on the job. I was like, it depends on the job. I'm hiring an HVAC technician, right? Residential service. He goes, oh. I was like, well, he goes, I'm an installer. And I'm looking, he's sitting there. He's sitting there. I'm looking at those. He goes, I'm an installer. And I said, okay. Forget about the exam that's right in front of you for right now. Let me ask you a question. Okay, you said you're an installer. Are you a helper on an installer, or are you a mechanic on the installer? I was like, I'm the mechanic. I do the installing. I'm like, okay, great. Let me ask you a question. You know it's coming, right? Mike's over there with the Burnham X2, piping that in, which we did yesterday. We finished that up yesterday. And I go, let me ask you a question. It's like, so what pop quiz? And I know this is a question that a lot of you get stumped on, which, if you're an installer, this is like, knowing what's written, whatever. What micron you pump down a system to? He's looking at me. I was like, and he goes, well, I don't really do that kind of stuff. And I was like, you said you were doing installing HVAC systems, right? You know what a vacuum pump is? Well, yeah, we have the startup guys come in and do that. I'm like, okay, forget it. Or like, go back to Manhattan. Like, you're an installer. You're a lead mechanic installing HVAC equipment, but someone else vacuums down the system? Fuck out of here. I think what I would really like to do is, after I have my conversation with the trade school where these three individuals came from, and I verify what they're being taught, and if they are being taught this, and I get that feeling that they are, then it is what it is. Then there's people just not paying attention that they're paying good money for. But if they're not teaching individuals how to a component identification like a capacitor, or how to test a capacitor, I'm really contemplating starting my own trade school, like legitimately do my own trade school. Like they're having 25 people twice a day paying $14,500 for a 600 hour HVACR program. And they were coming out not knowing, they're getting their, EPA certification as long as they pass. And the NORA, whatever that is, because we don't work with oil. But if they're leaving trade school with that, without knowing that, that's a problem. I'm going to start my own trade school because I think I could, train. I don't know. I could train a few people, maybe 5 to 8 people at most in a lab setting like this. I'd, clean this up a little bit. Not so bad, right? Get accredited or for financial aid and, teach them the right way of this stuff. And again, no one's perfect, right? I don't know everything, but you learn something new every day, and it's embarrassing. If that was my trade school and I had an employer out there reaching out to me saying, hey, how come these guys don't know how to read a capacitor? That's a problem. All right, guys. Happy Wednesday. Enjoy yourselves. Thank you for watching. Catch you in the next one. Be well. God bless. Stay safe.